Welcome. My name is Jen. I'm a holistic lifestyle coach and a Young Living brand partner. Today, I will be teaching about the why of essential oils, why they're an important addition to your foundational healthy habits. And I'm going to answer this with a story, with my story. But before I begin, I like to always say that not all essential oils are created equal. When I speak of essential oils, I am speaking strictly of Young Living essential oils. And if you want to know more about the why, Google, look up Seed to Seal, Young Living Seed to Seal, Promise of Purity. It's a company I trust. Okay, that's my disclaimer there before I go on. Okay, um, I'll preface my story by saying the human body is meant to heal itself. God, in His infinite wisdom, created things like the immune system to work for you and to protect you. It's your job and my job in turn to support and be a good steward of my immune system and the rest of my body to the best of my ability, to the best of your ability. What you breathe in, what you put on your body, it all matters. The food you eat, the things you slather on your skin, your biggest organ, your skin is your biggest organ, and the aromas, synthetics or otherwise, that you surround yourself with. So, synthetic would be like the plugins, the perfumes, the added scents to your body care products. They're either helping you or hurting you, whether you're aware of it or not. It can all be tied to chronic health conditions. Sadly, too many products are filled with those synthetic aromas and harmful ingredients, and even the processed standard American processed diet. It's called the SAD diet for a reason. It's also filled with toxins and inflammatory ingredients. In this day and age, we are seeing an effect of this abuse. Dis-ease, I like to call it dis-ease when the body is not at ease, is rampant. And the symptoms you may be experiencing are your body's warning signs, your body's way of telling you that something is wrong. Unfortunately, just covering these symptoms up, ignoring them, or giving some sort of pill just to suppress it does not solve the root problem. It simply quiets the symptoms. And eventually, your body finds another way to communicate to you, another side effect, and another side effect. It's your body's way of communicating and trying to get your attention. And this can go on and on and on. And I know this from experience. Sometime after I turned 40, I began noticing symptoms such as fatigue, depression, unbalanced hormones, and unexplained weight gain. Something was terribly wrong in my body, and I had no idea what or why. And it didn't happen overnight. Disease never does. It's a slow progression that happens over time. And by the time we start seeing symptoms, then it is probably gone too far. Thankfully, I found Young Living around this time. I began diffusing and applying essential oils. I made changes to my diet, getting rid of inflammatory foods. I read labels. I cleaned with Thieves household cleaner, and I started swapping out beauty and skincare products. With ones that wouldn't burn my body, ones that weren't filled with harmful ingredients, synthetic ingredients that were taxing my body. I started to learn more so that I could do better. I started taking responsibility and being a gatekeeper of what was coming into my home. Fast forward to today, and now I believe, and I can see in hindsight that these lifestyle changes saved my life. No kidding. A couple of years back, I finally found out what was the root cause, the main cause of all these symptoms. Unknowingly to me, I was being exposed to mold. I was under chronic stress from this mold exposure. I was living in it. My sympathetic nervous system, that's the fight or flight, was constantly fighting on my behalf. fighting against the molds. It creates mycotoxins. It's a byproduct. Mycotoxins are a byproduct of mold. And I was breathing this in, and my body was responding and trying to flush my body of these toxins, but it was too much. I was in survival mode for many years. I didn't know it. I did not know that my body was under that chronic stress. And it showed up as those symptoms. It's what caused my original subclinical Hashimoto's, my hypothyroidism. My thyroid suffered. My body was attacking my thyroid. My liver just could not clean out the mycotoxins fast enough. And it began to store them in other parts of my body, and I started to gain that weight. Um, I couldn't keep up. So I broke down. My body just started to break down. I didn't know about the mold at the time, so there was nothing I could do about that. I just didn't know. And I'm not going to beat myself up over that. But God only knows. And this is the part I want you to grab hold of. God only knows how sick I would have been if I had continued to burden myself with the toxins I did know about. Hear this, please. Not only was it the absence of harmful chemicals in all of the products I was cleaning with and putting on my body, the plugins I didn't have in my home, not only was it the absence of the harmful chemicals that helped me, but it was the presence of the good chemicals I was putting back in, the essential oils. That made all the difference in the quality of my life. When my doctor read the test results after learning of the mycotoxin levels in my body, she told me she couldn't believe I was still functioning. She's like, it was just off the charts high. And she's like, how are you still standing? I credit that to the powerful properties of essential oils. They were working in ways that I wasn't even aware of. Moral of the story: essential oils are a valuable part of supporting your body, even if you don't understand how or just know what they are doing for you or how you need them. You might think you're perfectly healthy. That is the power of these essential oils. They can always benefit you. And this is one more thing. If you like science, one drop of essential oil, just one drop, and they're about um, in a 15 milliliter bottle, there's about 300 drops. So they last a really long time. One drop of essential oil has 40 million trillion molecules. I can't even imagine what that number looks like written down. And they all operate and perform in different functions. They have different properties and different functions that they can support your body with. Within 20 minutes, that's all, one drop of the 40 million trillion molecules reaches every cell in your body. Faster if you're breathing it in through diffusing. Your body has approximately 100 trillion cells. I've seen different numbers on this, but no matter, it's less than what is in a drop of essential oils. So when you use one drop of essential oil, one drop with the 40 million trillion molecules, that's enough to give 40,000 molecules to every one cell in your body. And remember, essential oils have different functions, different properties. So 40,000 molecules are going to every cell. Just imagine how they can support your cells. Um, with all those molecules, the odds of finding the right cell to unlock it and support it and rewrite the information stored is so very high. Essential oils create homeostasis. They create a state of balance in your body. With them, there are no side effects because of all those different properties and the balance that they bring. That's the why of essential oils. They are a better way. They are a powerful way to build on foundational habits that support you to thrive and live above the wellness line. So that's the why. In the next video, I will teach you the how. I will teach you 3 different ways that you can use essential oils in your daily life. So if you enjoyed this, if you learned something from it, please subscribe and come back again for the next video.